Please, you may sit down. Bwana asifiwe. Bwana asifiwe tena. Isn't it a good evening? I think if you can just greet your neighbor and tell them it is a good day. And you have made it. And you have made it happen. The People's Deputy President and the clergy who are here, the committee that has made this happen, and the people of Texas and the US, I really want to thank all of you for coming tonight so that you can have an engagement. I'm so glad and I'm happy that His Excellency is talking about women, and women, you are being asked to stand up. Women, you cannot just sit there and be nominated. There is a time also to stand and do something so that people can also know that you have what it takes to be able to stand. I am standing also. I want to thank God because we see a man who can be able to stand and allow people to speak. And I think it behoves all of us not to be afraid to answer questions, tough questions, because everyone is fearful today, Your Excellency, including myself, because when you are a mother and you cannot sleep without seeing your children around, you would rather they stayed with you and not go to work. That is not a good situation. When you are in the church and you are asking yourself exactly what is it that is happening to a country that God gave us, a good country. But let me tell you, we have a future, and it is going to be made by you and us in Kenya, and you people who are in diaspora, because we are patriotic people and we love our country. Do you love your country? There are many fears, and these ones, they have no color. One is the fear of death. Death comes to all of us. If you are out there and a bullet strays, it gets to some of the children who don't even deserve to die. You know, sometimes a mother was asking, I wish they killed me rather than my child who had a future and had no children, and perhaps they would have their future, their potential, their everything just goes because of what people are doing. The other one is about education and health. Education and health is an equalizer. And it is where you go, you don't choose to be sick. When you go to everyone goes to education because it's a key to the future. And therefore, we cannot afford to mess with those two. And all of us, when I was in primary school, there is one thing I feared, is to get the 3-4 kojembes. You remember? Those of my age, now I'm 60. And I know we were told the education was a key. But when you go and you get all the degrees that you can get, and then you go and keep them home, then it becomes the stressor that is giving our children depression, frustration, and we must change this. And that is what we are asking. Even myself, this man does not sleep. I make sure I wake him to remind him. We are looking up to the leaders to make it happen for the children, for our Gen Zs. You see, they always cry about the future. They cry about their life. As a mother, I sit here and many people ask, why does His Excellency Rigathi always call his wife? And why not? To be somebody's wife does not mean that I didn't go to school. I did. It doesn't mean that I don't have a vision. It doesn't mean that I don't have a dream. It doesn't mean that I don't have aspirations. I do. And therefore, I thank God, because if we can be able to respect women, we can be able to respect family values, we will not kill our children. We will stand for the truth, and we will be able to stand in and be able to say what is wrong is wrong. What is unjust is unjust. And what is just is just. And speaking the truth must remain our principal thing. And so, ladies and gentlemen, I don't want to continue because he has already said what needs to be said, but I'm asking mothers, you must stand up for your young men. I am a champion of the boy child, and I continue to stand for the rights of men. I know this is something that many people do not want to hear, but I can tell you, if the seed carrier, who is a man, is not around, the world will go to extinction. And it is the truth. The other thing is that when you see these men get into a place where they are drunk and they are abusing substance, some of them are mentally ill, we need to be sympathetic with our sons. We must go out and be able to bring them back to their divine alignment so that they can be able to become fathers, they can be leaders, and we can be able to stand for what is right and what is just in a society. God created them male and female. And once they stand side by side, you cannot beat that kind of chord. And when God is on our side, we know that we are going to win this battle against drugs and substance abuse. We saw it happen even with people who are in serious drug addiction. And I believe with the kind of healthcare I've seen and the many of you who are in it, we can be able to establish rehabilitation centers where our young men and even women can come, and we can be able to transform and revalidate their dreams. God bless you and have a good evening.
Wow. Wow. That was awesome. Awesome, awesome. Let's put our hands together for this family. Your Excellency, Rigathi, Wamunyoro, and our pastor, Dorcas. We cannot appreciate you more. Thank you so very much. Isn't this a time well spent? Yes. Thank you so much. They say the strength for today is built on our hope for tomorrow. You have built our hope today.